Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to make a single oil recipe that's going to leave your skin feeling beautiful and moisturised for hours. Hi, I'm Sarah from Soap School and I love to make handmade soap. And in this video I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a beautiful and simple DIY soap with just a single oil in it. You don't need a complicated recipe or any fancy equipment. So let's get started. So what do we need for this beautiful traditional soap? Well, it's very, very easy. We need some olive oil, and it really doesn't matter what the grade is. You can use extra virgin olive oil all of the way down to pumice grade. They'll all work beautifully in your soap. You're going to need your sodium hydroxide, your lye, some water for mixing your lye in, and that's pretty much it. All you need then is a stick blender and a mold, something to put it into. If you do want to add a fragrance oil, you can absolutely add an essential oil or a fragrance oil. The first thing we need to do is to weigh our lye and mix our lye solution. I'm actually going to do a slightly different method today. I'm not actually going to be heating my olive oil at all. I'm going to use the heat from the lye solution to warm up the oils. I've weighed my lye, but I'm just going to pop it off to one side until I've got my oils ready. So next I need 500 grams of olive oil. Now I am going to add a little bit of fragrance into mine. You don't have to add a fragrance oil at all. It is entirely up to you. So let's add the lye solution into the water. This is going to get hot really quickly, and I just need to make sure that it's fully dissolved. Always make sure that you're wearing your safety equipment, your goggles, your mask and your gloves. And now I'm going to add the hot lye into the cool oils. Just mix this manually before we start. Get it really mixed in well together. And we are at 116 degrees Fahrenheit, 46.9 degrees Celsius. We are bang on temperature for making soap. So it's just a little cheat or another way that you can make your soap, and it's one that I like for this type of recipe. Burp my stick blender, get rid of all of that air. And now we're going to just take it to a nice trace. Now, if you don't have a stick blender, that doesn't mean that you can't make soap. It just means it's going to take a long time, especially when you're using olive oil. It is an oil that does take a little bit longer to trace, or even sometimes quite a lot longer to trace. So a stick blender will really make your life just so much easier. The soap is just starting to thicken nicely. I'm going to add in my fragrance element. Of course, traditionally, this wouldn't have essential oils or fragrances in, so it's entirely up to you whether you add it or not. Now, the lovely thing about Olive Castile soap is its lather. It's not bubbly, it's not got great big bubbly lather at all. It's more like a creamy lotion type feel. And it's really lovely. It leaves your skin feeling soft and moisturized. And that's why it stood the test of time and is still popular hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years later. Look how beautiful and creamy and silky that soap batter is. That's exactly what we want. Give it a little tap down, level it off a little bit, and then think about how you want to decorate the surface. Do you want to keep it really, really classic and flat on the top? or do you want a little bit of texture? And I think for this one, I do want just a little bit of a texture. And then you just have to get to the point where you're happy with what you've done. And this is probably the hardest part about making the soap, is working out what pattern you want on the top of yours and when enough is enough. I'm quite happy with that, quite happy with the surface. The final thing I need to do is to just give it a quick spritz with some rubbing alcohol on the surface. And this bad boy is going under some blankets for the next 24 hours, and then we'll cut it together and see how beautiful this simple soap is. Well, it's done and it's beautiful. It's lovely and pale. Let's turn this out. It's a beautiful natural shade. There are not that many single oil soaps that really work that well, and this one is one of them. The Olive Castile is just a classic. Oh, hello. Maybe we're just gonna have to stop a minute. Araya, does that smell nice? Hey, does that smell nice? You're not supposed to be here. You're not. Well, Araya obviously thinks it smells lovely. Thank goodness my soap is only for me and not sold. So, as I was saying, there are not that many single oil soaps that really work that well, and olive oil soap is one of them, and it really does feel beautiful. Another one that does work quite well is coconut soap. Oh, look how lovely and pale this one is. It's amazing with olive oil how varied the colours can be. Doing exactly the same recipe can give you completely different looks or colours, just depending on the actual olive oil that you're using. And you can actually get what's called a light in colour olive oil, where it is a paler colour and the end results come out pale. And sometimes you get them where it's almost a greenish tinge to the soaps. But there they are. There are my beautiful olive oil Castile soaps. I think they look absolutely beautiful. Let's do a lather test. Let's take one of the end bars. Now these haven't had any time to dry at all, so we need to give them time to dry and cure more. But these have gone through a complete gel. There's not going to be any other pH changes in these, but they are going to lose some of the water. Remember, this is just olive oil, and you can see there definitely is a slight lather there, but the feel of it is very slippery and slick. And one of the features of pure olive oil soaps is that it does have this, it's almost a slimy texture. Some people describe it as very lotiony, and it is, but it has got more of a slightly slimy feel than a soap where you're mixing your oils together. But you can see it's definitely got a lather, and I can work that and it literally becomes like this. This is where that kind of creamy, lotiony feel comes in, and it really does have a gorgeous glide and slip, and it just leaves you feeling really soft and moisturized. It's a beautiful feeling bar. So if you've never tried making a single oil soap before, why not give it a go? It's fun. The whole thing I love about soap making so much is how accessible it is to everybody. Literally anybody can make a beautiful soap that they can enjoy on their skin at home for minimal cost, just using simple ingredients that you have sitting in your pantry or in your fridge. So do give this a go, and I can't wait to hear from you and see how you've done with your soaps. If you already make Castile soaps, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Araya, really? It's just soap, my baby. It's not for you. It is not for you. Cat approved. Do you want to come and say hi? Do you want to come and say hi? Well, that was a riot. She's a Bengal cat and she's not supposed to be in here when I'm doing my filming, so she must have been hidden away somewhere that I didn't see. But she's obviously interested in the soap. I hope that you enjoyed spending some time with me. I always love being with you. I can't wait to see you again. I'm going to put a video up next that I think you'll enjoy that's another single oil soap. So I hope you enjoy it. Bye bye for now.